Good evening. My name is April Maddox, and I am your Arlington County Reflections Chair. I would like to welcome you to our annual Countywide Reflections Award Ceremony, our first in-person awards ceremony since before the pandemic. Founded in 1969, the National PTA Reflections Contest engages nearly 300,000 students and their families in arts education activities each year, encouraging students to explore the arts for fun and recognition. I myself have fond memories participating in the Reflections contests in my home state of Utah in the 1980s and 90s. The Reflections theme for this year was Show Your Voice. I hope you had a chance to appreciate the creativity of our student artists on display outside the auditorium, and that by the end of the evening you will be inspired to show your own voice, just as so many of our students here in Arlington have done tonight. The purpose of this ceremony is to celebrate and honor our Reflections participants who come from Arlington's elementary, middle, and high schools. Each of the students honored here tonight submitted the highest scoring submission of their category and division in their respective schools' Reflections contests. So what you're seeing is some of the most creative and inspiring works from Arlington students. And now I'd like to welcome Dr. Duran to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here to celebrate and honor all of our student winners this year. I want to give a big thank you to the Arlington County Council of Parent-Teacher Associations. Let's give them a big round of applause, CCPTA, for all their efforts. This year's theme of Show Your Voice, our students did such a fantastic job of bringing that theme to life, and you'll see that in all of the works that they've done. I want to just congratulate our students who always rise to the occasion. And I wish them good luck as they go on to the next phase, where they'll be competing in the Northern Virginia District PTA contest, and we're going to be cheering them on from here. I'm really proud, though, that here at APS that we fully support arts education, and that our school system is committed to making sure that arts are an integral part of all children's experience, not just in core classes, but to have these additional classes that other students don't get in other school systems, it's so powerful. The fact that we make sure they're connecting intellect, emotion, tools for problem solving, how to communicate and work together. These are all skills that come through arts, and for many students, it's an opportunity for them to learn skills that they might not have had otherwise. And so I'm really pleased to represent the fact that APS is a strong leader in arts education and making sure that we'll continue to promote student success and overall well-being. Before we begin to recognize our winners, I'd like to give a big thanks to Claire Noakes, our CCPTA president. Please give her a big round of applause. As well as any CCPTA board members. If you're a board member, can you stand and we can recognize you? Any CCPTA board members in the audience? Maybe they're outside working, but let's give them a big round of applause. And an extra thank you to April Maddox for her leadership and her hard work in putting together tonight's program. Please give April a big shout out. Joining me this evening are two members of our school board, our chair, Reed Goldstein, and school board member, Mary Cadera. And at this time, I'd like to invite up our school board chair, Mr. Reed Goldstein, for some comments.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to see everybody here this evening. Thank you so much for turning out. I'm Reed Goldstein. I'm the chair of the school board. And on behalf of my colleagues, Vice Chair Christina Diaz-Torres, and members Mary Cadera, who's here with me tonight, and David Priddy, and Bethany Zecker-Sutton, who is our new school board member who was inadvertently left off of the program. It's a pleasure to be here this evening to celebrate this year's participants and winners of the Reflections contest. I want to give a huge thanks to the County Council of PTAs for coordinating this event and for hosting tonight's celebration. It's a wonderful opportunity for our students and our families to learn about arts and to spend time together. And I would also like to thank the parents and families present this evening for supporting their students in their endeavors. I am amazed at the talent displayed by the Reflections contest participants. We can all see that many hours were spent creating these wonderful works of art. I'm incredibly proud of our students who have taken this year's theme, Show Your Voice, and made it their own. Each student has their own story, and I commend the artistic ways that they bring their individuality to shine. Tonight, as we celebrate our artists and our students, I take this opportunity to encourage you to continue to explore different ways to express yourselves. We welcome your creativity, your imagination, and your outside-the-box thinking. Through art, we can unite and celebrate our differences and similarities. I congratulate all of you on your extraordinary achievements. Lastly, to our students advancing to the state competition, we all wish you good luck. And now I'd like to turn it over to the President of the County Council of PTAs, Claire Noakes. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Goldstein. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to start out by recognizing the tremendous contribution of our County Reflections Chair, April Maddox, who manages this competition year after year out of a labor of love. Unless, of course, some of these works of art are becoming non-fungible tokens on a blockchain somewhere, in which case, April, let's talk after the show. I want to also thank all the volunteers at each of our local PTAs who served as Reflections chairs and judges. These volunteers stepped up to promote the competition, coordinate the student entries, recruit evaluators, manage deadlines, and bring it all together. I think the best way to show appreciation and gratitude for those volunteers is to pay it forward and volunteer with your local PTA if you are not already doing so. Your local PTAs will benefit from your time, your passion, and your talent this spring, including through teacher appreciation, school board budget advocacy, social events, and helping ensure that every child is getting their needs met. So tonight, I'd like to also invite the parents to show your voice too by joining, volunteering, and speaking up within your PTA. Thank you. And now I'd like to turn it back to our County Reflections Chair. April?
Thank you, Claire. All right, tonight is finally here. This is a very special evening as we celebrate Arlington's young artists and showcase just a few of these amazing students. I know you'll enjoy the fruits of their imagination firsthand. We have a lot of artists to recognize and want to make sure we get students home to bed at a reasonable hour. Sorry, kids, it is a school night. We will start with the dance choreography category and then continue on alphabetically by category: film, literature, music composition, photography, and finally visual arts. In reviewing all of the outstanding interpretation submissions that have advanced to the state competition, I came across one submission that really captures the spirit of this year's theme, Show Your Voice. Let's take a look at this entry from Lily Snyder from Thomas Jefferson Middle School entitled Our Voices Matter, that won the Outstanding Interpretation Award for the middle school division in the film category.
One thing about our society is that everyone has a voice. Voices don't have to be spoken, but are anything expressing something else. Voices can do many things. Some people use their voice to help people, but others use it to hurt people. Sometimes the things they do aren't spoken, but they're almost always used for personal gain. After all that, it might seem like there's nothing you can do against something so powerful. But there's always something you can do, because you have a voice too. Once one person expresses their feelings and others agree, they can express their feelings too, and spread the word to inspire others to do the same. If we want the world to improve, we have to raise our voices. And every new person who joins the cause helps, because it's easy to ignore one person, or two. But if more people get their opinion heard, the louder we will get, and the more we will make them listen. Put an end to this injustice and show them that our voices matter.
Thank you, Lily. And now I'll stop talking and let you enjoy the artwork from the students. Throughout the evening, we'll be seeing more artwork from students, and in some cases, we will hear these students read their artist statement. The artist statement is a very important part of a reflection submission and can be helpful in explaining the inspiration of the work. So I hope you enjoy this perspective. Please welcome school board member Mary Cadera to introduce the winners in the dance category.
Good evening, everyone. It is a delight to see so many families here. In my family, in my extended family, I'm famous for one thing, and that one thing is not being able to pronounce things correctly. I say that because as I call names, I'm apologizing in advance, students, if I mispronounce your name. It is a muscle I'm still building. We have 3 age divisions for the dance choreography category. Let's start with the primary division. Students, after you receive your award, please line up across the stage. You'll see a white tape line here for a picture at the end of each division announcement. In the primary division, which is kindergarten through grade 2, the award of merit goes to 3 students: May Lou Graham from Cardinal Elementary, Juliana Wamsley from Jamestown Elementary, and Camila Tajuddin from Zachary Taylor Elementary. The Award of Excellence goes to Charlotte Montano from Discovery Elementary. And the Outstanding Interpretation Award goes to Ivy Weathers from Claremont Immersion. And now let's take a photo with our winners. Once everybody gets their certificate and their medal, we're going to pause here and we will take a picture. Ivy says that her dance is about going away from bad feelings and finding good feelings. So let's watch an excerpt of Ivy's work, which is entitled Made You Smile.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
I'm envious of that flexibility, and I admire the smiley face on the belly. Extra points for that. Thank you, Ivy. And now for the intermediate division. So in the intermediate division, which is grades 3 through 5, the award of merit goes to 5 students: Anya Marwaha from Claremont Immersion, Leah Burns from Long Branch Elementary, Rose Allen from Cardinal Elementary, Maeve Meeker from Jamestown Elementary, and Rowan Wilson from Arlington Science Focus. We have 2 students who were awarded the Award of Excellence: Evelyn Weger from Discovery Elementary and Lana Vujic from Innovation Elementary. And we have 1 award winner for Outstanding Interpretation, Kaylin Davis from Arlington Montessori. We're going going to listen to Kaylin read her artist statement, followed by an excerpt from her work entitled My Voice.
I like to share my voice by dancing. Dancing makes me happy to share my gift with the world. When I'm dancing, I feel light, free, and amazing. It makes me proud to be a dancer and to show my voice by dancing.
That was just beautiful, Kaylin. Now we have one more award in dance choreography, and that is for the high school division. Our high school division has one student to recognize. The award in the high school division for outstanding interpretation goes to Grace Fettig from Yorktown High School. And we're going to take a photo real quickly with Grace as well. We're going to take just a minute to look at an excerpt of Grace's work entitled My Voice as a Driving Force.
Yeah, my life is what I'm fighting for. Can't part the sea, can't reach the shore. And my voice becomes the driving force. I won't let this pull me overboard. God, keep my head above water, don't let me drown. If it's harder, I'll meet you there at the altar as I fall down to my knees. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Keep my head above water.
Hi, everyone. So you're probably wondering what that was on my phone at the end there. That was actually an Instagram account that I created. I use it for mental health awareness, advocacy, and I post daily quotes and positive affirmations. And then, of course, that's one way I share my voice, but I also share my voice through this dance. And the whole idea of the piece and the music was kind of to try and combine and show the battle between the thoughts and emotions that some people with mental health issues can face. And this dance just really helps me share my voice by letting those struggling know that, like, it will be okay, and that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. So I really hope to be this light for someone through both the Instagram account I created and my dance. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Grace. Now we're going to move on to the film category. This category is always a popular category in Reflections, especially as it has become easier and easier to make videos without a lot of expensive equipment. But I think when you see some of the entries that we show from this category, you'll still wonder, how did they do that? So let's get started with the primary division. In the primary division, kindergarten through grade 2, the award of merit goes to 2 students, Hunter Campau from Zachary Taylor Elementary and Grant Abraham from Escuela Key. The Award of Excellence in the primary division goes to Juliana Wamsley from Jamestown Elementary, and the Outstanding Interpretation Award goes to Edward Coletta from Discovery Elementary. And now let's take a photo with our award winners. Edward is going to read his artist statement, followed by an excerpt of his work entitled Save the World.
I made this movie to inspire people to help the earth and keep animals safe.
Hershey is locked in the cage at the bottom of the ocean. There are tons of sharks and bad guys protecting her. Robert, when you two get there, you will fight off all the bad guys, people, while Edward gets her.
It sounds a little difficult, but I think we can do it. Yeah, we got this.
Edward and Robert leave the office and head to a secret lair that has all the gear.
We need some 2 daggers, a sword, a gun, ninja stars, and some bombs. I think that's good. Ready? Ready!
Edward and Robert drive to the ocean to rescue Hershey.
That was very funny, Edward. And now for the intermediate division. In the intermediate division, which is grades 3 through 5, we have 5 winners of the Award of Merit. Dennis McCarthy from Discovery Elementary, Lilia Thompson from Long Branch Elementary, Anna Edsel from Cardinal Elementary, Jackson Wamsley from Jamestown Elementary, and George Perlman from Tuckahoe Elementary. We have 2 winners of the Award of Excellence, Georgianne Mannix from Barrett Elementary, and Adilawit Kasei from Arlington Traditional School. And we have 1 award winner for Outstanding Interpretation, Emmett Smith from Arlington Montessori. And now, let's take a photo with our award winners. Now we're going to listen to Emmett read his artist statement, followed by an excerpt of his work titled Save the Earth, Stop Global Warming.
I'm showing my voice in this project by speaking up for what matters to me, stopping climate change and global warming. This is really important to me because the Earth is being hurt by us. Someone once said, "We are the problem and the solution." So I decided to learn about climate change and inform you why we need to stop it. The main focus in my project is how can kids help? Because so many kids don't know how they can help, and because kids are the next generation. Thank you. The three things that give off the most CO2, N2O, and methane are fossil fuel burning, agriculture and deforestation, and waste disposal. How are these bad for the earth? Well, when you dispose of your waste, it goes to a landfill, and it gives off bad chemicals. It sits there for thousands of years. Livestock waste gives off methane and ammonia, which are bad for the earth. When you burn fossil fuels, it gives off methane, which, when it mixes with heat, it becomes a toxic smog. Ocean acidification. This is a process where the climate warms up, and then the ocean gets warmer too. It gets more acidic. That's where you hear the acidification in ocean acidification. So, when it gets more acidic, the fish will die.
That was inspiring and informative, Emmett. Thank you for your efforts to help our environment. Now for the middle school division. In the middle school division for grades 6 through 8, we have one award of excellence, and that goes to Bailey Bergen from Dorothy Ham Middle School. We have one outstanding interpretation award to Lily Snyder from Thomas Jefferson Middle School. And now let's take a photo with our winners. Now we're going to hear Lily read her artist statement. Lily's work is entitled Our Voices Matter, and it's the first video that we all saw this evening.
For this contest, I made an animation. In this animation, a voiceover talks about the meaning of a voice and what a voice can do. Along with the voiceover come symbols and various figures in action to represent what the voice is saying. The animation is quick-paced, colorful, and relates to the theme by talking about the importance of using your voice to get your opinion heard.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Now, I hope you'll help me welcome Chair of the School Board, Reed Goldstein, to introduce the winners in the literature category.
We have lots of aspiring writers in Arlington. The literature category has winners in every grade category. We'll start with the primary division, kindergarten through grade 2. And we have 4 awardees of merit. The first is Alex Shepard from Claremont Immersion. Alexander Modet from Abingdon Elementary. Natalie Dame, K.W. Barrett Elementary. Kumsal Mia Yurt from Arlington County Montessori. And 2 receiving the Award of Excellence, Audrey Shadig, Discovery Elementary, and Quinley Moss from Cardinal Elementary. And finally, 1 student receiving the Outstanding Interpretation Award, Lou Jane Foos, Arlington Traditional School. And now let's take a photo with our winners. And now Lou Jane will read her work entitled The Gray Unicorn.
Once there was a gray unicorn. Her name was Unigray. Everyone made fun of her. You're not a real unicorn, they would say. You look boring and gray. You look like clay. Unigray wanted to play, but the other unicorns would say, no, 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 go away. One day, wolves saw the unicorns from far away. Their colors were so bright in the light, they were easy prey. But Unigray was able to hide because she was gray. She fought the wolves and saved the day. Hooray! The unicorns were so sorry for being mean to Unigray. Treat others with kindness and love, no matter their color. That is the right way.
Thank you, Lou Jane. I think we can all relate to the gray unicorn. And now for the intermediate division, grades 3 through 5. 5 students receiving the Award of Merit: Avery Berner, Long Branch Elementary; Kaku Zelalem from Cardinal Elementary; Justin Dame, K.W. Barrett Elementary; Saeed Arshan Neverthen, Arlington County, Montessori; and Daniel Noonan, Escuela Key. Three students will receive the Award of Excellence: Jack Guthrie, Discovery Elementary; Dorothy Gillard, Drew Elementary; Lila Vogt, Zachary Taylor Elementary. And finally, one student will receive the Outstanding Interpretation Award, Awal Musa, Arlington Traditional School. And now let's take a photo with our winners. And now we will listen to Awal as he reads his work entitled A Voice for the Voiceless. You want to use that?
A Voice for the Voiceless by Awal Musa. I would like to lend my voice to the poor and vulnerable around the world with a real-life short story. I remember when I went to Nigeria this year, I saw many differences between my life in America and the life of some Nigerians. While I was there, we played VR games, went to trampoline parks, and even had a huge party. But at the same time, I saw other things. I saw broken houses, broken roads, and much more. Some people did not have their own cars. Power and internet access were a problem. A lot of people were poor, and many other things. My family in Nigeria is very financially successful, so things were normal for me. But I was always wondering what if it was me sitting on that sandy floor. While I was there, I went to Nigerian Museum. There we watched a short VR documentary about a poor boy who lived in a poor town. His parents were dead, and his grandpa had to take care of him and his younger siblings. His grandpa was old and had struggled to take care of them, so the boy had to work to earn a living. The boy went to school in a one-room classroom with many kids. The boy wanted to work in the military so he could serve his country and protect it. He also wanted to go to a better school in the city. Again, I wonder what if that boy was me. Eventually, he was able to go to a better school, and that made me happy at least. We went to the museum with our cousins. We live in a nice 3-floor house with many rooms. When the guide person asked what we learned, we said to always be thoughtful and remember that someone is probably going through more suffering than you, even if you're really upset. It is really heartbreaking to see people go through all this suffering. I hope in the future all people can have equal food, opportunities, shelter, money, and more. I want to be a voice for the voiceless.
Thank you. That was excellent. That was excellent. Thank you so much. Thanks. What an amazing perspective. Thank you for sharing this with us, Awal. And now for the middle school division, grades 6 through 8. There is one recipient of the Award of Excellence, Isabella Choi from Dorothy Ham Middle School, and one recipient of Outstanding Interpretation, Nora Scott from Thomas Jefferson Middle School. And now let's take a photo with our winners. And Nora will now read an excerpt from her work entitled Reciting a Poem.
Good evening. I will read the last 2 paragraphs of my essay. The next week, Megan waited eagerly for the morning announcements so that she could find out who had won the poetry contest. Emily had already started bragging about how good hers was, and Megan wanted to disagree, but there really wasn't anything for her to say. Megan actually thought that Emily's poem was good, so saying that it was bad was a total lie. So instead, Megan just waited patiently, hoping that her poem was good enough. Then she heard them. The announcements that Megan was waiting for were starting. Good morning, students. I'm Miss Houston with a few announcements. Apparently, a few announcements was actually a lot. Megan waited until Miss Houston would tell who the winner was, and at the very end of the announcements, she finally did. Now, please congratulate all of the poetry participants, but there can only be one winner. The winner that recited the best poem is Megan Holloway. Everyone in Megan's class cheered for her. Well, that is, everyone except Emily. Megan would have liked to stand up so that the whole class could see her smile, but instead, she stayed in her wheelchair and beamed proudly. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nora. And now for the high school division. Our high school division has one student to recognize for outstanding interpretation, and that is Jason Dahl from Wakefield High School. And let's take a photo. Jason will now read an excerpt from his work entitled The Voice of a Nightingale.
I will read the first and last paragraphs of my essay. I have always liked to think I have the voice of a nightingale, a beautiful songbird that all associate with a wonderful and enchanting music. Yet now as I grow older, I realize that voice is locked in a cage, a wonderful golden cage with glistening diamonds and an array of shining light. This cage is barely big enough to contain me, constantly squeezing my body into a contorted figure that does not allow me to move. The cage wants me to be content, wants me to be happy in its confines. I am not happy. My voice does not deserve to be locked away, and I want to share it, to shout it. My one desire is to break free of the cage and show the world my voice. Light up the darkest corners, warm the most chilling ice, overpower the most hideous voices with my own song. Still, I am locked inside that cage, and the cage still remains unbroken, unyielding in its fight to keep me imprisoned. But I will always fight. I will always keep fighting until I am free, until I can show my voice. That cage locks me in my doubt, my fear, my worry, surrounded by the darkness of those that ridicule me. I have always used writing as my voice, and ink has always been my song. I want to break free of that cage, and I want to be an author. I want to share my voice, to write my books. So I will keep fighting to break from that cage, to break from my doubt, until I can find one person who appreciates my song.
That was so inspiring. Thank you, Jason. And now for the music composition category. The music category has winners in 3 different divisions. We'll start with the primary division, kindergarten through grade 2. So in the primary division, there are 3 students receiving the Award of Merit. Zachary Hine from Discovery Elementary. Callie Curry, Arlington County Montessori. And Ayla Yekta, Zachary Taylor Elementary. 1 student is receiving the Award of Excellence, Juliana Wamsley from Jamestown Elementary. And 1 student receiving Outstanding Interpretation, Leuna de Jesus, Escuela Key. And now we will watch a live performance of Leuna's work entitled Autumn.
Autumn. When I was walking through nature, I saw a beautiful red robin, cardinal, and blue jay. When I was walking through nature, the leaves were red, orange, and gold, for it was autumn that day. When I was walking through nature, it became the night, and I saw shooting stars. When I was walking through nature, that was such a wonderful day.
That was lovely, Luna. And now for the intermediate division, grades 3 through 5. 4 students will receive the Award of Merit. Sloan Frischnecht, Arlington Traditional School. Valentina McCoy, Drew Elementary. Audrey Mitchell, Cardinal Elementary. And Claire Hawker, Jamestown Elementary. One student will receive the Award of Excellence, Viviana Lucrecia Gallardo Velez, Discovery Elementary. And 1 student will receive Outstanding Interpretation, Arlie Mae Carson, Arlington County Montessori. And now let's take a photo. Arlie Mae is now going to read her artist's statement, and then we'll present a live performance of her work, You'd Always Say.
So I wrote this song about my two parents, and I wrote it on piano, but today I'll be singing it to you a cappella. You'd always hold my hand through the tough ways. You'd always be there with a smile on your face, even through the tough times. But you'd always say, you'd always say, you would be so happy in the morning, not cranky, but you'd always say, you'd always say,
That was beautiful. Thank you, Arlie Mae. And now for the middle school division, grades 6 through 8. Our middle school division has one student to recognize for outstanding interpretation, Jacob Nedherney from Gunston Middle School. Jacob's going to read his artist's statement.
My piece, titled Learning My Way, mostly was about how when you first learn how do you use your voice, it's quiet, but gets louder as you grow and learn to use it. Much like learning how to do something for the first time, you're not that good, but then you gradually improve as you continue to practice it as much as you do. And if you don't use it, you don't never get good at it, and eventually it just fades away.
Beautiful. Thank you again. And now for the high school division, grades 9 through 12. Our high school division has one student to recognize, Carson Wallen from Yorktown High School. And now we'll listen to Carson read his artist's statement, followed by an excerpt from his work entitled Deanne.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Sharing your voice is a valuable way to help others around you. Human beings often keep their feelings deep down inside, which can lead to their emotions getting the better of them. Writing this song, called Deanne, was a way in which I used my voice to express feelings from the heart. I wrote a song that expresses mixed feelings of sadness and joy to illustrate a young boy who's troubled and then meets a girl who is compassionate and empathetic towards him. This is how I share my voice, and I implore others to try as well. Thank you.
That was excellent, Carson. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And now please welcome APS Superintendent Dr. Francisco Duran to introduce the winners in the photography category.
Thank you, Reed. It's my pleasure now to welcome our photography awardees to our stage tonight. Our photography classes in APS give our students the opportunity to expand their skills, both technical and creative, and our Reflections Awards give students the opportunity to showcase all that they have learned, or in some cases, figured out on their own. We'll start with our primary division. For primary division, kindergarten through second grade, we have 3 awardees. Our award of merit goes to Alex Shepard of Claremont Immersion. Our award of excellence, Toyala Yekta from Zachary Taylor Elementary. And our outstanding interpretation to Audrey Shady from Discovery Elementary. And now let's take a photo with our primary division winners and give them a round of applause. Now on the screen, you will see Audrey's work entitled Don't Destroy Nature's Beauty. And let's hear Audrey's artist statement.
My work shows that if you do not litter, you can help nature show its voice.
All right, thank you, Audrey. Now for the intermediate division, grades 3 through 5. We have our awards of merit, Ellie Foreman from Discovery Elementary, Lilia Thompson from Long Branch Elementary, Clara Spindler from Cardinal Elementary, Layli Jahandari from Escuela Key, Jordan Kravitz from Escuela Key. And for our award of excellence, Ingrid Abru Tarazi from Zachary Taylor Elementary. Mirona Ricard from Arlington Traditional School. And for our outstanding interpretation award, Carter Curry from Montessori. Let's now take a photo with our winners and give them, our intermediate division winners, a big round of applause. You can see Carter's work on the screen entitled Raining Leaf. I love photography, and while I was at the park, I noticed the beautiful leaf and wanted to take a picture of it to share with everyone. This is how Carton shows his voice. Let's give him a big round of applause. And now for our middle school division, photography, grades 6 through 8. Our award of merit, Nandini Kerwin from Gunston Middle School. For award of excellence, Sammy Wirit Yoten from Thomas Jefferson Middle School. And our outstanding interpretation, Eshinglin Ganbat from Dorothy Ham Middle School. And please, let's give our awardees from the middle school division a big round of applause as we take a photo with them. And now on the screen, you can see Eshklin's work entitled, My Voice is Unique. Let's hear her artist statement.
My voice is unique. We are all unique, meaning that each and every one of us have our own distinctive voice. Everyone has the ability to take a stand and make a mark to show their singularity if they aspire to. This is what my work shows. In my work, I took a picture of one particular leaf, which represents me. And surrounded by that leaf are many other uniquely patterned leaves, which represents outsiders who are different from me. To symbolize that though everybody has a voice, each and every one of us have our own different mark to leave on our beautiful planet Earth, using every one of our unique voices. Thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing as we think about our voice and the impact on the earth. And now for our high school division, grades 9 through 12. Our first award of excellence, Giselle Gomez from Wakefield. And our second outstanding interpretation award goes to Jack Rosa from Yorktown High. And I know Jack is not here, but Jack's work entitled Voice Mural, he has recorded his artist statement for us. So let's play his statement at this time.
Hello everyone, my name is Jack Rosa and I'm very honored to receive this award, and I'm also very sorry I couldn't be here tonight, but I'm going to read my statement here. This June, while visiting Lansing, Michigan, I captured a photo of a mural not far from the Capitol building that encourages the public to use your voice. Capitol buildings are where important decisions affecting millions of people are made every day. The mural is sending a message that everyone has a voice and can use that voice to express their opinion and change the world. I think the photo of the Lansing mural, Use Your Voice, is a perfect representation of the Reflections Contest theme, Show Your Voice.
Let's give Jack a big round of applause while he... And now we're going to move on to our visual arts category. And our visual artists draw paintings, pictures, sculptures, and other traditional form of arts. And we have category winners in all 4 divisions. We're going to start with our primary division. Let's start with kindergarten through 2nd grade primary award merit winners. Glory Driggs from Discovery Elementary. Shania Bose from Claremont Immersion. Sophia Kurbat from Innovation Elementary. Kieran Lombardi from Drew Elementary. John Novak, Abingdon Elementary. Madeline Ferris from Long Branch Elementary. William John Flanagan from Arlington County, Montessori. Flora Sheldon from Escuela Key. Marie Hosier from Fleet Elementary. And now for our awards of excellence. Carolyn Barblin from Cardinal Elementary. Ayla Yekta from Zachary Taylor Elementary. Hadil Foos from Arlington Traditional School. Aaliyah Clark from Alice Fleet Elementary. And for our Outstanding Interpretation Award, Dayton Wells from Tuckahoe Elementary. And now let's give all of our primary winners, kindergarten through 2nd grade, a big round of applause as we take a photo with them. You will see on the screen Dayton's work entitled A Military Kid's Life. And we're now going to hear from Dayton as he shares with us his artist statement.
I am a military kid because my dad is in the Air Force. He keeps us safe. This art shows what a military kid is about. We are like dandelions. We get planted, we sprout and make friends. Then the wind blows us to a new garden where we get planted and start all over again. That's where our symbol is dandelions. I'm happy and sad about the things I showed in my artwork, like my friends. Trying new foods is fun. Corn dogs, cocoa scurry, pizza, donuts, and ice cream, to name a few. When we move, we bring a little bit of culture with us for our memories.
All right, let's give Dayton a big round of applause. Thank you, Dayton, for all you do, and thank your dad for keeping us all safe. And now for the intermediate division, grades 3 through 5, our award of merit, Henry Saylor from Claremont Immersion, Asini Senthil Kumar from Innovation Elementary, Sloan Cowart from Arlington County Montessori, Carson Coroneto from Jamestown Elementary, Chase Bergen from Zachary Taylor Elementary, Adriana Sofia Benitez Velasquez from Escuela Key, Mira Hong from Arlington Traditional School, Bronson McGurk from Alice Fleet, Lillian Wilson from Alice Fleet, and now for our Award of Excellence in grades 3 through 5, Valentina McCoy from Drew Elementary. Willa Robinson, Abingdon Elementary. Talia Newton, Long Branch Elementary. And Abigail Page from Cardinal Elementary. For our outstanding interpretation, Eliana Vilwalk from Discovery Elementary. And now let's give all of our intermediate division grade 3 through 5 winners a big round of applause as we take a photo with them. And on the screen, you will see Ileana's work entitled, Everyone Can Be a Leader. And now let's hear her read her artist statement.
My piece shows an activist leading a group of diverse people. The words pasted to her represent all the qualities that a good leader should have. The activist has all of these qualities, and she is using them to make the world more equitable and safe for everyone by showing her voice and helping others show their voices too.
Thank you, Ileana, for that inspiring message. And now for our middle school division, grades 6 through 8, Award of Merit, Sammy Wiriyotin from Thomas Jefferson. Our Award of Excellence, Nandini Kerwin from Gunston Middle School. And our outstanding interpretation, Onzu Oktenbayer from Dorothy Ham. And let's give our middle school division winners a big round of applause while we take a photo with them. And on the screen, you'll see Onzo's work entitled Ending a Cycle. Let us hear her artist statement.
Many times there's been moments in my life where I continue to grasp and chase on recognition, thoughts, or titles of them. This is to satisfy others. It's like a ribbon that attaches my life to an endless cycle. This was quite a bad habit. It was one I was able to grow out of. As that happened, I was able to pursue what I love. From that, I was able to do, and I felt do what I want, and this helped me to feel more free. This was all because of the help of my mother, like the scissors that cut the ribbons to what chained me to the endless cycle. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you for that inspiring message you shared with us. And now for our high school winners, grades 9 through 12, Award of Merit, Abigail Hidayat from Washington Liberty. Our Award of Excellence, Paul Gulick from Yorktown High School. Outstanding interpretation, Evelyn Rives from Wakefield High. And let's give our two high school winners here a big round of applause as we take a photo with them. On the screen, you will see Evelyn's work entitled Once Upon a Time. I will read Evelyn's artist statement for her. Almost everyone faces a time in their life when they are unable to make their voice heard. After all, this world can be shifting with the countless ways it tries to silence people within it. But when the suffocation feels familiar and harmless, it can be harder to see the thorns that are underneath. Even in the most difficult situations, people always find a way to show their voice, live their dream, and tell their stories. This perseverance is what my piece embodies. And that's from Evelyn. Let's give Evelyn a round of applause. And that concludes all of our awards for this evening. Let's give a huge big round of applause and a shout out to all of our talented students that were here this evening. We are so, so, so proud of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And one final huge shout for April Maddox again. At the beginning, we congratulated her, but she's the mind, the heart, and the spirit, and all the work that went in behind this. So thank you for making sure our students had this honor tonight. I appreciate you, and we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you to our honored members of the school board and Dr. Duran for presenting the awards, the students and their families, and I truly appreciate it. I also want to thank the school reflections chairs. These are the people that get the reflections ball rolling. They make reflections happen on the school level, starting way back in September, sending out flyers, emails, posters, and announcements. Our fearless, committed school reflections chairs. I'd also like to give a big thank you to Michael Swisher, a former Arlington County chair that has helped in so many ways, including creating all of the certificates for tonight's awardees. Anyway, that wraps up our celebration for the evening. Hopefully, we will see you next year, and we'll have more artistic expression to celebrate. Thank you. Good night.